One. Anthony Harwick here with YSN, another Lakeview volleyball player profile. I'm joined by Brooke Schneider. Brooke, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And when you talk about Lakeview, we've talked to all your teammates, such a dominant program. What's it like kind of being a part of it and trying to step up this year as a sophomore?
I really enjoy being a part of the program because it's a really fun experience, and stepping up this year, we definitely had to, since our team does have a lot of young people on it, and it's kind of like an honor to be able to be a part of it and to have to step up and do everything.
It's been a dominant program for a while. So coming into it, how excited were you to come into this program knowing how dominant it's been in the past?
I was very excited because I knew that it was such a good program and that we would perform well, and I was very excited and looking forward to it.
It's a young group, just two seniors, a lot of sophomores on the floor at once. What's the dynamic like within Lakeview volleyball?
It's the dynamic is like, I'm not sure it, because all of the sophomores, we've played together since 7th grade, and so we all have a really tight bond, and we've bonded really well with the juniors and seniors as well. So overall, we're all really close and everything.
What's the personality kind of like of your team? We see you guys on the court, we see what you're about on it during a match, but kind of away from the volleyball matches, what's the personality of the team like?
We like to have a lot of fun, and even at practice and stuff, we like to have fun, but we don't we don't joke off, we don't mess around. We still play well and like to have fun at the same time, and I think we balance those things pretty well.
One of the things when we talk to other coaches about Lakeview volleyball, we ask them what they think makes Lakeview so good. They say that you guys play as a unit really well. What do you think you attribute that to, just the unity and the chemistry of the team?
Yeah, I do think our chemistry and playing as a unit is really well because we, like I said before, we all have a really good bond together, and we're all close friends. And I think playing on the court, that helps a lot because the chemistry is better. And if you're not friends off the court, I feel like on the court that it might be a little off. But for Lakeview, it's not like that because everyone's very welcoming. Like the seniors last year and the seniors this year, they're all very welcoming and everything. So it helps us a lot.
You guys have had to deal with some adversity as of late. You lost your first NE8 game in a while, and you've had some tough matches against really good opponents in the last couple weeks of the season. What's the mentality been like in practices and matches going up to it, trying to bounce back from the adversity?
Our mentality is we have to get back the same competitiveness that we had before the losses, because I think those losses really put a damper on us, and we're trying to get that back. And once we do, I think we will be very good.
It's tournament time. Lakeview's the 1 seed. How excited are you guys that the road to a district championship goes through Lakeview?
I'm very excited, and it's such an honor to get the 1 seed too, especially there's a lot of tough teams in our bracket and everything. And yeah,
You guys have kind of a pretty big home court advantage. I mean, that Lakeview gym, it's small, it gets hot really quick. What's it like playing in there and seeing some other teams struggle with some conditioning when it gets so hot in there?
Yeah, it's actually kind of funny seeing like the other teams like say, oh, it's so hot in here and everything, because we don't have air conditioning in it. And for us in the summer and everything, it gets so hot. Like I know personally I have to keep a sweat towel for myself because it gets so hot in that gym, and that would be a challenge for them if you're not used to that, because if you're used to an air-conditioned gym and then have to go play in a super hot gym, then it's obviously going to be a challenge.
And you guys obviously spend the summer in there doing the workouts and the practices in the open gyms. What's it like for you when you go on the road to gyms that are nice and cool? Does it feel even better than you think it does for the normal teams when you go into a gym that's like nice and air conditioned?
Yeah, because it's like for them, they like experience that every day, but for us it's almost like a privilege having the air conditioned gym, and we like going to play in those gyms because it we don't obviously get as hot, and it's just, yeah, we like them.
So you've had 2 years with the volleyball program so far. What's your favorite memory with Lakeview volleyball?
My favorite memory is probably when we played Girard the second time around this year, because we have a lot of competition with Girard because they are one of our main rivals, and a lot of the girls from our team and from their team know each other, so it's always this big battle. And we lost the first two sets, and it wasn't looking good for us, but it felt so good to come back and win in five, especially because we know a lot of the people on Gerard's team. So it was, I don't know, I really liked that. That was probably it was my favorite experience, probably.
It is a young team, just two seniors, but they both bring extraordinary leadership to the court. Talk about, from your perspective, what it's like being led by those two seniors and what they bring to the team.
Mara and Anna, I love them as seniors. They're such good leaders. They really showed us and taught us really quickly how to play on this level, because many of us sophomores came up, we played JV last year as freshmen, and playing at this higher level this year, they've really brought us through that and helped us through it and led us, and they've done a really good job.
When you look at the stats for each match and you look for your name, the thing I notice all the time is you're kind of show up a little bit of everywhere. You know, you're in the back row getting your digs, you swing in the front row. You're really an all-around player. How hard have you worked to become that kind of player that can play at any spot on the floor?
I say I worked pretty hard because I'm not very tall. I'm 5'3", and being an outside hitter, I definitely didn't expect to be an outside hitter, and I really enjoy it. And like it, I don't know. I think I wasn't expecting to have this position that I have. I was just definitely expecting to play back row. So when my coach told me that I was going to be an outside hitter, I was really excited because even though I love passing, I also love to hit, and I can do both on varsity. I think yeah.
Now, when you do get to hit, you know, I've seen you guys live. You don't get a lot of swing opportunities, but you get the important ones. You know, you'll come out the right side, try to get them out of system.
Yeah.
When you get those opportunities, you know they're not a lot in the match, so you have to kind of capitalize on every opportunity you get.
Yeah, I really try my best with every ball I get, because even though I'm not one of our best hitters, I can do things that will mess up their defense, put them out of system and everything. And I think I like having my team rely on me for those balls that wouldn't be good sets for other people. It wouldn't be a good ball to set other people, so they go to me. And yeah, I don't know.
You know, we've talked about your offense, we talked about your defense, but you're also a very reliable server. What's kind of your serve mentality when you go back there and you're serving for your team?
So it's actually kind of interesting. So I started off with, when I was in 8th grade, my serving, I had a mental block with it. And then when I came back freshman year, I got rid of that and I started working on better serves and everything. And I think my serve has improved a lot since then. And I when I'm serving, my coach doesn't really give me a spot. She gives other people spots, but when I'm back there serving, I try to find the best spot that I think I should put the ball at, and I put it there, and yeah, it works.
You talked about that mental block you had in middle school. What did you do to kind of get rid of that and work past that?
I think my teammates helped me a lot, I think, with it, because um they helped me. Like, when I would go back to serve, they'd be like, oh, you got this, like, and then I just wouldn't think about it, and I'd get it over, and eventually the block was gone.
What kind of things do you think lead to, the team success and the things that you guys are able to do from your perspective as an underclassman? What kind of things kind of lead to that standard of excellence that you guys set?
I think definitely having the chemistry we have leads to that, and our practices and everything, they're really beneficial to us because we do like to have fun, but it's not like it's not like we're goofing off and just making silly mistakes and stuff. Like, we have fun while playing our best, and I think that really helps us all together, because when you're not having fun, you're not going to play well. So I think it's really important for us we have to keep our attitudes up and keep a smile, and then I think we'll be fine.
You talked about your practices in volleyball. You don't get a lot of them because you got to play 3 or 4 games in a row. If you are making mistakes on Tuesday, you got to go and fix them on Wednesday yourself, in a match. How do you guys utilize the little practice time you guys get?
We utilize our practices our coach has recently started sending us film, so each player watches themselves on the court and thinks of things that they need to improve for themselves. And the next day at practice, we really try and work on that. And our coach also watches film, and we do drills at practice based on what we did poorly at the game the previous day.
When you have, your coach sends you film and asks you to look at what you guys did individually, how much of a boost is that, knowing that you have a coach that kind of trusts you guys to coach yourselves a little bit and self-evaluate instead of doing it for you? They trust you to do it.
I really enjoy that they trust us to that, because I personally love watching the film, because I love to I love to critique myself to see what I'm doing wrong. And I think if she didn't send it to us, it helps you to see what you're doing wrong instead of them just telling you. But when you're actually seeing it, you're like, oh, maybe I do need to freeze my platform or something. And so watching yourself do that, it really helps you fix it at the next practice.
Talk about Coach Guthrie and what it's like being under her for the last 2 years and what she kind of brings to the team. We all see her on the court during a match. What she bring kind of off of the matches and practices and some outside of the team.
Yeah, I love her. She really, I know she checks up on us a lot too, to see how we're doing. And she's a very good coach. And I think we definitely wouldn't be here without her. And yeah, at practices and stuff, we're like a family basically. And she really helps us with everything. And I love her. Yeah.
Lakeview has such a strong social media presence with your volleyball team. You got a great Instagram. You guys are doing the TikToks and everything like that.
Yeah.
What do you think that does for your program to kind of put yourselves out there and kind of, make these fun and creative videos on Instagram that let everyone know what you guys are about?
Yeah, I think that definitely helps. And especially too for the younger girls that are going to be upcoming players for us, it helps them, and they look forward to it, and seeing how close we are together. And I was really excited because of that. And seeing how our coach, she's not she's just like cheering for all of us. And like, I think the social media aspect of our volleyball, like after a game, when you see like your coach has posted something, it make like a picture of yourself or something, it makes you feel good. And like, yeah, I think the social media has definitely helped us.
What's been your favorite TikTok video of the season so far that you guys have made?
I'd say probably the first one we made, because it was kind of, we had never done it before and we really enjoyed doing it and just thinking of fun ways to make the video special. And I love looking forward to watching those videos after every game.
Now, you guys have had a week off, and you'll have a week off into your tournament game. Do you have anything special planned for your followers on Instagram for your first tournament game without giving too much away?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have a special video and everything planned.
Yeah, we look forward to it. With all these player profiles, we like to give the player the chance to kind of thank their support system and thank the people that have been there for them through the years. So I just want to give you the time to thank whoever it is you want to thank.
Okay. I'd like to thank my 7th grade coach, Mr. McDivitt. He really helped Lakeview volleyball get where it is today. And then my 8th grade coach, Mrs. Schnernberger, she was our guidance counselor in 8th grade, and we convinced her to be our coach for the year. And because she used to be the head coach at Lakeview for volleyball. And I'd like to thank her. And then I'd like to thank Coach Lytle, the JV coach this year. Last year, she really helped me get through a lot of things. And then Coach Guthrie, too, I'd like to thank her because she's helped me a lot, too. And I'd like to thank my parents, too, especially for, like, even, like paying for my clubs and everything, like Infinity and stuff. And then I'd like to thank my teammates as well, because they really helped me get where I am today, and my friends and everything. So
I like that you brought up your club volleyball experience because, you know, we talk to coaches all around the area and they tell us how important having girls with club experience is to a team. What does that experience do for you, having the club experience in the off season?
I love doing club because I love playing volleyball, so I love that I can play for the whole off season, and it helps us meet new people too from other teams that we play, and it really makes our school games better too, because that competition is much more intense since we do know the people from club, and club is just overall really fun experience.
Before we let you go, we ask every player this. You know, quarantine kept us in the house for a while, a couple months back. What was your favorite in-home quarantine activity?
I love to bake, so probably baking, because I made a lot of new recipes and things. And yeah, I'd say that was probably, because especially on TikTok too, there were a lot of new recipes on there, and I tried a few of those and they were good. So
Now, the team baker, have you ever baked for your team yet? Have you done the snacks yet?
I actually haven't. So Maggie Pavlansky, her grandma makes us cookies every game, and we love her for that. We're so thankful, and the cookies are so good that she makes.
You don't touch Grandma Pavlansky's cookies, so you don't touch that job.
Yeah,
Okay. Brooke,
yeah.
thank you so much for joining us today. It was great to catch up with you. Good luck the rest of the volleyball season, and we look forward to talking to you again real soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to talking to you too.